Good morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman. I'm about all the food all the time. Especially this week, it's going to be all the wine all the time. Sit back and relax because we're going to have a wild show before the Purim season is starting. Well, kind of. I'm always happy to have a drink. Don't need to wait for Purim for that. I love food. I love shopping for food. I love cooking it. I love eating at restaurants. I'm a kosher personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet. I give cooking classes. I do chop competitions. I wrote 2 cookbooks. I got all my traveling adventures, and I love hearing about your traveling adventures too. And as well, I hope you'll enjoy all my guests that I have on the show today because we've got a lot going on. I just want to put in an announcement that I'm going to be this coming Wednesday in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to be on I'm still on tour for the Jewish Book Council for Perfect Flavors, and I'm really excited to be going to Columbus because I've never been there before. So if you are there, you can, if you want to know how to come to my book event, just send me an email, and I'll send you the link to sign up. But I'm very excited to go see Columbus, and let me know if there's restaurants or what there is to do there because I've never been there before. Been to Dayton and I've been to Cleveland, but I'm looking forward to my Columbus trip. So I hope you'll enjoy today's show because I'm being super excited to have these 2 guests on the show. First up, I have Miriam Pascal, my partner in crime, my photographer for my book, but she's more than that. She is Overtime Cook on Instagram. She's the author of not 1 book, not 2 books, but 3 cookbooks, and we want to wish her Mazel Tov as her second book. Her 3rd book has gone to its 2nd reprint. That's quite a tongue twister. 3rd book, 2nd reprint, amazing. And joining us is David Babinay.
Perfect.
Did I say it right?
Perfect. That sounds amazing.
Okay, amazing. We're going to be drinking up with him. He's a bartender. He's a photographer. He's a singer. We have so much going on in the studio today. You're going to have a lot of fun. So,
can I just say thank you for having me with David? Because everybody knows that I love cocktails.
There was this was done with intention. This was done with intention.
Thank you,
When
Naomi.
you told me you could make it today, I was like, yes, because I'm having David, and you 2 had to meet any case. So this was really great. Okay, hi ZK, how are you? Excellent. Good. Everything's well?
Looking forward to drink.
Okay, I knew you would say that. Okay, quite often ZK when we confirm that we're going to be in the studio, we're like, ZK, we're having the cheese guy or the chocolate people. Like, he always wants to know, what if he should eat something in the morning so he can,
I brace myself.
be prepared. We be prepared. Yeah. Guys, I'm so excited to have Miriam back on the show. We had you on right when the first book came in because I want to be the first person that interviewed you.
Yes, I was actually in the Art Scroll office signing all the pre-orders.
Oh my God! Yeah, did your arm recover?
By now, yeah, a little bit.
1,000, literally 1,000 pre-orders. And you were on Nachum's show, Jam in the AM, and you're with Miriam Wallach on That's Life, and now you're back on Table for Two for like your.
The studio is like my home now.
I know, and you've done quite a few shows here about the other books.
With you, it's always
just having fun. Miriam, as you know, photographed my 2 books. I can't believe that's like more than a year ago, right?
Yeah,
and you've done another whole book since. It's a wild ride. Okay, so I always like to work backwards in time when I interview people. Let's talk about the beginning of Overtime Cook. And did you cook when you were a kid?
Okay, wow, we're going really back to the beginning.
Yes, it's like therapy. Actually, last week our show was about therapy sessions, so we're just continuing on the therapy.
Okay, this is public therapy. That's fun. No, I'm joking. So I did cook with my parents. My parents, I'm sure I've told you this, but my parents are very creative cooks, and they both have been cooking all my life, not following recipes, just making up things and having fun in the kitchen. So it was just, that's how I grew up, that's the way you cook. Like, it didn't occur to me that there are people out there whose mother only followed recipes, because my mother never did.
Mine either.
So I just grew up like that was the way it worked. And when I cooked, I didn't cook from a recipe because we didn't have recipes. I mean, my mother reads cookbooks all the time, but she never followed them. So I literally don't think I've ever seen my mother in the kitchen with a cookbook open, following a recipe. But, I cooked alongside her, and And when I got a little older, I started cooking by myself, and I guess the rest is history.
It's amazing. So when did you start your blog? Because Chanie Applebaum just recently announced that she was in her 8th year or the 9th year.
So Chanie and Melinda started right around 6 months before me. So they started in the winter of 2011, and I started in the summer of 2011. So it's 8.5 years. My niece was born a couple of days after I started my blog, so I always know like how old my blog is based on how old she is, and like if my blog were a person, it would be reading chapter books now. That's
very funny.
That's how it goes.
Spoken like a Mora.
Well, she is a very big reader, so.
Baruch Hashem.
Yep.
Okay, great. So what inspired you to start a blog? Like, I'm always curious to know, like, did something happen in your life that you said, okay, now
I was
woke
bored.
up one day. Oh, you were bored.
That's literally the whole story. I was just bored and I needed a creative outlet. So I was like doing different hobbies every week with something else, and nothing stuck. And I was reading food blogs. I've just gotten into reading them, and I was like, oh, I could do this.
Who was your favorite food blogger at the time?
Back then?
There weren't so many. Kosher in the Kitch was around.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing as kosher food bloggers at the time. I hadn't found them until I started my own blog, and then I discovered the kosher food blogger community, which was very, very small. Like Chanie and Melinda, like I said, started about half a year before me. But at that point, I didn't know about kosher food bloggers. I was following Brown Eyed Baker. I don't even know if she still blogs. I haven't looked at her site in years. I was following Food Wishes, who did actually back then in 2011 videos that were remarkably similar to what people are doing nowadays, focusing on the food more than on the person. Again, I haven't followed him in years.
Changed.
No, meaning that's what it is now, like, tasty style videos where people are showing
I see. Oh, in a video.
To, far back showing the person talking in a kitchen.
Up close and personal.
So he was doing that really early. So they were probably the two earliest bloggers I followed. And I was like, I could do this.
I could do that.
So I started. But to be honest, when I started, I thought, oh, this will probably last a week like all my other hobbies. And then I'll find something else to keep me from being bored. But then people started to read and comment, and that spurs you on, as you know. When people tell you, like, I made it and I loved it, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this again.
Right.
Which is really why I wrote 3 cookbooks too.
Right. It's amazing how the food world has really grown, and you've grown with it. And besides just, your blog, you have the Instagram, you started a Facebook group. You're one of the few bloggers who have a very intense following. People love you. Like, they what you wear, what you do, what you buy, where'd you get your nails done, what are you wearing, right? Like,
well, I think that's actually something I do differently than a lot of other bloggers.
But people are, if you wear something different, people are.
People definitely like my glasses. When I got new glasses, everybody was like, oh my gosh, you got new glasses.
People are invested in you as well as your food. Right? And I think a lot of bloggers have taken that to a different level.
Right.
But people, you are very much a food blogger that people just adore and listen to. And that,
thank you.
The fact that your book went into second printing, your third book went into a second printing less than a month the first book came out. It just proves that book 2 which went in after 10 days. It even says here, I'm going to read it. They're talking about this book on the inside cover of more real life kosher cooking. It says its success was followed by her best-selling cookbook, Real Life Kosher Cooking, which sold out its first printing in 10 days. All it does, you know what I'm talking about, is prove that this first book was no fluke, because the second book, just like that. It's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. The feedback is incredible. That's what I live for.
So, I took one of your books. When Miriam was signing books, it was the day before I went to Australia, and I have Goldie from Art Scroll overnight me a book because I must take one with me to Australia. Let me just say I was not allowed to leave Australia with my book. It was basically kidnapped. Everybody in Australia wanted it because I had it. It was there first.
They don't get it till
and that
much
it
later.
takes a month to get there by ship. And now I'm balagan in Australia with the fires. But I gave it to my cousin Cassie, who's a huge fan. And even though she knows you a little bit in real life,
does Cassie listen to the show? I hope she does.
Cassie, and my Aunt
enjoy
Marilyn.
the book.
Yes. They love the Nachum Segal Network in Australia. We're very happy about that. And She was very happy that she has. It wasn't a signed copy because I didn't get it.
Right,
Wasn't able to get it signed. It was too
'cause
rushed.
they shipped it out. Right? Yeah, they rushed it.
So,
out.
so I'm going to have my own copy now, but I'm going to Israel and I'm going to give Simi a signed copy. Simi,
So I'm signing this for
Miriam is signing it. So
Oh,
we'll
right
do it
now,
on
okay.
air.
How does Simi spell her name?
Simi. There you go. Dear sis. Miriam is one of my family. We always say I've got a lot of girls and Miriam is one of the sisters.
Naomi is one of my favorite mommies.
Yay. Okay, so the next book comes out. How long from start to finish did this one take you?
So I started working on this pretty much as soon as the last one came out.
And remember,
It's
she was
hard
doing
to-
mine in between.
It's hard to explain, but it's addictive. It really is. It's like
I'm over it.
there's-
Done.
The thing is that the creative process, because it's really the same as why I started my blog, I needed a creative outlet. So the end of the book, the end of the process is like the editing and the proofreading, and I hate that. And that's the part that makes me say, like, I'm never writing another book. When I'm going through that, I'm like, why do I do this to myself? It's so hard. It's too much work. It's not worth it. But then the part that I love so much is the planning, the outline. Like, I spend so many hours just planning the outline to make sure it's well-rounded and to make sure that I have a good balance of like weekday versus Shabbos versus holiday recipes versus, then like healthy versus more indulgent. Like I spend so many hours planning the outline before I even get to the recipes just to make sure it's well-rounded. And I love that. Like, that's the creativity that's like really drives me.
Right. I think that's really important. Like, to have a well-balanced book. Because
Right.
you're not writing a healthy cookbook. Like, even like Perfect Flavors. We're not
Right.
writing healthy
Right.
cookbooks. I'm not
Right, I'll never say my book is healthy, but
we
I get
have some
so
healthy
many
options.
comments from people saying there's so many great, like, clean, healthy options.
Right. I love the word clean. I don't
Right.
like the word diet or
Right.
I love clean. Like, because I want it. We want to use the natural flavor of the food and just enhance
Right,
it.
exactly. So like spices and herbs and lots
Oils
of produce rather than using like sauces. Not to say there's no bottled sauce in the whole book, but I really try to avoid things like bottled sauces and, soup mixes and all that stuff because
Right.
like you don't need that. You can get flavor from spices and herbs.
Right.
and-
Hashem made this flavors. We just got to bring it out. And,
Right, exactly.
The photography. Okay, so normally, this is how an interview would normally go. We chit chat. I'm like, so tell me about your photographer. But I don't have to do that with you because
I did my own pictures.
she does her own pictures and her own styling. Usually, when one does a book, one hires a photographer, one hires a photographer,
Stylist.
a stylist, and you have
Sometimes
the
more
author,
people.
and you have a team in general. We had a team that helped us.
Right.
With you,
right.
with your book, with me, with the
Yeah, no, I definitely had a team with this
But
book as
as
well.
far as I know, there's only you and Chani Applebaum that have ever been the
Stylist
and the photographer and the author of the book, right? That's two in the entire cooking world. From
well, in
even
the kosher cooking
in the
world.
kosher cook, I'm talking about the
Right.
kosher cooking world. Like Noreen Gillette, amazing, a pioneer in the industry, but she, had the
Right,
recipe.
right.
Someone else does the styling, or Susie Fishbone, someone else did the photography. Even though they're amazing and talented,
And it's
you
interesting.
are unique. You two are very unique in that.
Because people ask me, like, isn't it hard? And it is. It's so much work. But, like, when I say more real life kosher cooking or real life kosher cooking, I really, really mean real life. Like, to me, it's not just something I say. It's like, the recipes have to fill that promise of, like,
Right.
these are recipes that will fit into your life. And the thing is that, to me, the styling has to match that as well. Like, you can't have something that is plated in an elaborate way that looks like a 5-star chef did it, because that makes people say, like, oh, I can't do that at home.
Right.
So-
I'm with you. Can you, is this, sure. I'm just flipping through the book if you're watching on our YouTube channel.
By the way, this is like the best salad. I
Oh,
demoed
really?
it, like almost every demo I did, because when you taste it, you're like a fan for life.
Oh, okay.
We should
Amazing.
make this when we get back to your house tonight.
Oh, okay. We can stop by,
Yeah, we should go to
Can stop
Gourmet
by and get-
Garden.
get some groceries. Okay, I'm down for that. I am looking at the rest of it. I just don't eat wasabi peas, but we can mix
No,
them.
I don't normally like them either, but in the salad, they're
It's
amazing.
really good. Okay, cool.
I promise you're gonna like
Yeah,
it.
see, that's what people say. Oh, I don't like this or that. I'm like,
Try
you
it.
haven't had it in the right flavor
Exactly.
combination that I'm suggesting. Okay, so
Exactly.
beautiful up close and personal pictures. Oh my gosh, Miriam taught me something when I did my book. You want to say every picture, you want to lick the page.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at this. and I was literally, I'm not joking. I was about to lick my finger. I know, I'm so weird.
That's the thing about why, one of the reasons I like to do my own pictures. I mean, I learned to do it along the way, but I like that I control the look of the picture, because it's important to me that it looks exactly as I want it to look. When you have someone else doing the styling and the photography, sometimes it doesn't. And I actually mentioned you, Naomi, when we did when I did an interview. Maybe, I don't remember with who, but I said that when I photographed your books, I really had to like pick your brain and say, how do you want this to look?
Right.
Like, do you remember, like, we did a salmon? I was like, how would this look if you served it at your Shabbos table?
Right.
'Cause
Miriam,
it's important to me that it should reflect your style,
my
the
style.
author's style, not my style as a photographer.
Right.
But because I do it myself, it definitely makes that easy.
Right. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so
Thank
neat,
you.
right?
I know.
The big salad, the colourful bowls, the chickpeas. Okay, have we got different kinds of categories?
Yeah, so the categories, like the chapters, follow the same pattern as the last book. So there's the first chapter is breakfast and bread, then appetizers and snacks, then salads and spreads, soups and stews, meat and poultry, dairy and parve,
Very good.
vegetables and sides, drinks and desserts and drinks, baked goods and pastries, and sauces and staples. Those are the 10 chapters.
Did you do that without looking?
Yeah, well, I did 2 books with those chapters, so.
Right. I don't know if I could. Susie, maybe my brain is getting old. I know that in page 186 is zucchini muffins in kosher by design.
Oh, I don't know any page numbers.
So I used to know that, but now I couldn't tell you any page numbers from any of my books. Okay, this is a huge book, a huge selection of everything. It's like incredible. You just keep going, right? Is there a 4th book? I'm sure everybody asked you.
You know what? Before this book came out, I promised myself I'm taking a break. I'm not even thinking about another book for a while. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I remember Nachum asked me that after I finished Perfect for Pesach. Did I sit here and Nachum sat there? I don't know. I was in the studio and he interviewed me. And I looked, it must have been that he sat there and I sat in the seat. And he interviewed me, and he goes, is there another book? And I'd already had a conversation with Gedalia about doing Perfect Flavors. And I'm like, maybe there'd be something in. But now if you ask me again, I would say no.
It takes so much out of you.
So much work. My next thing is going to be, I'm going to be guest editor in Fleischik's magazine for Pesach.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So it's Perfect for Pesach 2.0. And I like recipe development and creativity.
Right. The creative part is
outlets.
amazing.
Speaking about creativity, have you seen what's going on at the back of the studio?
Oh, my gosh.
David, what are you cooking up over there?
Oh, well, I saw that you guys really wanted to get into the drinking, so I got some backup stuff for my car.
Okay, should we introduce David into the show and we can talk about food and drink?
Gonna have a little cocktail break.
Okay, you should. So Miriam,
by the way, I have some cocktail recipes in the book.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Miriam has a whole cocktail section. Is it towards the back?
Yeah.
I'm flipping to the back.
Drinks. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm about to. So she has a s'mores martini, a tropical blue punch.
No, that's it. These are.
And then drinks: maple walnut frappe, chocolate strawberry milkshake. All 2 things
Although
together.
you can totally add alcohol to those, that would be even better.
Oh, well, everything's a little
David,
better.
what would you add to a strawberry and chocolate milkshake?
Oh, strawberry and chocolate milkshake.
Chocolate liqueur.
What, liqueur?
Well, it's already pretty sweet, so I'd probably just stick in some vodka.
Strawberry and chocolate. It might need something to make it more fruity,
So what are you thinking?
Like something like lime, some fresh lime juice.
Oh, interesting.
Strawberries are not that acidic, so they.
Right. No, but I'm talking about alcohol. Like, what would you do?
Alcohol?
What would you add to make it from a regular milkshake into a?
It just really
grown-up
has to
milkshake?
do with whatever you have around.
Oh, I like that. Working with what you've got. Okay.
Yeah, I would probably just stick some vodka in.
Okay, so
Vodka.
let's introduce David into the show. David and I met. ZK and I did an event together. We did a chopped competition for a company for a Hanukkah holiday party in mid-December. Life's a blur. Before my birthday trip. And we met. And at the event, we met David, who was doing the cocktails. And they also had 2 musicians as well. And David told me he also sings. So we're going to maybe get a few notes from him later on?
Maybe.
Maybe.
La 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 la.
His voice beautiful.
So
I don't know what he's doing, but it smells good.
this is chai. And my wife had it. Like she made it the other day, and it's like really great for this time of year to like warm up. It has ginger, cinnamon,
That's what I'm smelling.
star,
we can smell it,
star
yes.
anise. Like pass this around. It like really smells good, and it's cardamom.
Okay, let's
fresh
get.
cardamom
Look at that. Wouldn't
seeds.
that make a nice photo?
Oh my gosh, yeah, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get rid of the lime because it doesn't match.
Oh, she's being a
Wait,
food
wait.
photographer at
Yeah,
its best.
wait.
Miriam is actually
If you
doing a
want-
photo shoot right here. This is watch her at work. Turn on your YouTube channel. Okay, this is Miriam Pascal at work,
It's a shame that we
organizing
have-
organizing
that the
the
board
spices
is-
for the chai
oh,
tea for our
perfect.
cocktail
You could
party.
use the other side too. if you
Yeah,
want.
here. I'll just clean that off.
Oh, look how she cleans it up.
Thank you.
Remember,
Wow,
we're in a
that's great.
studio.
Getting this going.
Here, you have
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Let's see.
So yes, I'm making a chai tea White Russian.
We're going to start with the chai tea white Russian, and then we're going to actually interview David and get his whole background and his story. Because
if you get him drunk first, we might get extra fun stories.
okay, I like
Yeah.
that. I think his goal is to get us a bit sloshy.
I know. I'm glad.
I'm
I'm glad you
almost-
interviewed me before I had something to drink.
ZK is smiling away. We're going to go into Shabbos so happy.
There goes the vodka. So
We're getting a splash of vodka. Now, I want to also talk about like when making a cocktail here, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, jigs. You're going to break down some terminology for us laymen in the cocktail world.
So yeah, I mean, there are plenty of recipes, but once you get the idea, this is I never made this cocktail before, so I'm kind of trying to measure it out and be.
you can
guinea
experiment.
pigs.
We are down for that.
But I mean,
ZK's really
basically,
smiling a lot.
I mean, you guys know.
And we've had nothing. Okay.
You know how a soup is supposed to taste, so you know if it's missing this, you just add that. So
So it's just recipe creation, but with alcohol.
yeah, absolutely.
And you have a lot of stuff there on the desk. You've got some bitters. You'll explain to us what bitters are, what those Marciano cherries. Am I looking at Marciano cherries?
Maraschino.
Okay.
So anybody know how to use a cocktail shaker? Anybody want to?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You want to try?
Okay, show me.
No, I want you to.
I have to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I
I'll
doing?
volunteer.
Okay.
First, you got to give this.
A good knack. Okay, this is walkabout. Okay. Okay,
Just hold it.
this is
Hold.
fun. Can they hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, what am I doing? I am making a
Just
cocktail.
hold the top on.
Like this?
Yeah. Hold the top on, otherwise it could go flying.
Like this?
And just shake it. Just
Okay.
Up and down.
Like this?
Yes, but like really vigorously. Like with all your power.
Am I holding it right?
Yeah.
I don't look cool. On TV, they look cool. Okay, here we go.
That's pretty good. You gotta work on it. Let me show you.
Okay, what's the best way to do it?
Um,
We are learning here. Turn on your YouTube channel.
It's a little bit more.
All right.
You gotta think like aerobics. It's like very athletic.
Okay.
I mean, you could like throw something out if you're not careful. You could do two.
I have
hands.
one with a lid.
You see that kind of like really vigorous.
Okay, what does that do for the drink?
So it's,
Why can't you just do a little bit?
so
why
it's-
does it have to
it's
be vigorous?
diluting it. It's diluting it because some of the ice is melting. It's chilling it, and it's mixing it up.
All right, we're excited.
So this
Okay.
This is it. This is the chai tea.
Okay, can someone get a photo of this?
And
Yeah,
I was
Miriam's
gonna-
taking a photo.
I was gonna
This is
garnish
how
it. You want
this is
to
how you
garnish
do a photo shoot. Where actually this is a combined show of photography, alcohol. Here, can we put Nachum Siegel Network stuff in the background?
What do we have for a background?
Here, that. Here, I can hold the book up. This is so much fun.
But garnish it with the cinnamon and the all the stuff you basically have there. You could.
Okay, this is what we call a collaboration when we put two things together. Is there anything NSN we can put in here as well?
These are the liquors I used actually, so we should put those up.
Right? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. Okay. Can you take the business card and so we can have some Nachum Siegel Network? So what we are doing for those of you who are listening to our show,
Definitely go on.
can you put an NSN logo in there? Okay. We are putting in 3 different things into the picture. We're putting our business card in for the Nachum Siegel Network. We're putting in a cocktail for David. Miriam's book. This is fantastic. All our brands in together in one fantastic photo in the studio while we learn about Miriam's cooking and David's cocktails. Okay, this is so much fun. Okay, Miriam is in action here. This
I
is
usually use a real camera. I just want to clarify.
right. But you can do photography. So many people do photography. Whoa, that was reflexes. I knocked nearly. All right, so we've had nothing to drink. So am I drinking now?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, the straws are kind of small, so you can put a couple in there if you need a little bit more.
So
I need
good.
to share that with you, Naomi.
Yeah.
I'll make another one.
No. We got
Make another drink, something different.
something different.
Yeah.
We want to have a lot of different drinks here.
So I wanted to just tell you about chai. It's supposed to. It originates from India, and it's you could have your own straw if you're like a germ.
I don't like coffee.
There's no coffee.
Yeah, right, CK. You don't drink coffee.
There's only coffee liqueur. Ordinarily they would put some coffee in it, maybe, or black tea.
We got to give some to Gila. This is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's chai tea.
chai tea brewed at home, like cinnamon.
But it just say
coconut.
they can't do this because it's complicated. What could they use if they buy a bottle
You can
of chai?
buy tea bags, like chai tea bags.
Buy a chai tea bag.
Yeah, black tea.
Brew some tea.
Yeah, you put black tea and chai tea, and you basically mix it with some coffee liquor and some vodka, and some what I use was coconut milk. It's very creamy. It's very rich.
And it's parv.
Yeah, everything.
Not that I'm fleishik, but
Yeah, a White Russian usually has milk and coffee in it, and vodka.
I could drink that every morning. Milk, coffee, and vodka. Okay, terrific.
You can keep it if you.
Okay, so David.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, wait. Let's hear a little bit about David. I asked Miriam about when she was little Miriam in the kitchen. Were you like little David in the? Well, you can't because it's illegal to. Right, I knew where I was going.
We won't tell anyone.
Where did you get into this whole cocktail making? Because you're also super talented and musical.
Right.
How did all this come together? Tell us your story.
So, I came to. I didn't do Birthright, but I did go to Israel for my first time 12 years ago.
Okay, beautiful.
And came back to my roots. I grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut. Very secular Judaism, not even exposed to Judaism that much.
Wow.
And my root was I was exposed to music in high school and went to college for music, vocal performance. I sang in a lot of operas with Placido Domingo at the Los Angeles Opera for
So cool.
Yeah, I was a resident artist at Los Angeles Opera, and I sang.
I mean, your speaking voice is magnificent also.
Thank you.
Wow. This is the music station, you know.
So in Israel, actually, I was singing there. I went to sing the opera Falstaff by Verdi. I was singing the character Ford, Count Ford, and so
cool.
Went back there a second time, sang another opera there, and by that time I was already starting to keep Shabbos and wear a yarmulke. It was like a big switch.
Did you wear a yarmulke on stage in Israel?
Well, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. It was still like kind of like
New.
yeah.
I actually saw Doodle Fisher sing Les Mis in Hebrew in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
And he did not wear kippah when he played Jean Valjean, but the minute it was the curtain call, he had his yarmulke on at the end for the encore and when they come out.
Yeah. I haven't sung any productions of opera since then, but I'm singing a pretty healthy like tour. I go around to different Jewish institutions around the U.S. and do a nice kind of variety concert, of course, followed by a wine tasting afterwards.
Okay,
What could be better?
Can we please do something collab together? I love music. I grew
Yeah.
up studying opera. People
You're the
do not
best.
know that about me. Did you know that about me?
No.
I know, right?
You studied opera?
Yeah, I did. Not to sing. Not
What?
to sing.
You-
I've been to
What, like
many
history
operas.
of it?
History, the history of the thing. I could follow music.
Oh,
to
yeah?
read the music, and as an opera went along,
Just
I could
for the
follow
record,
along.
though, I'm tone deaf.
Oh, really? So I don't have a very good voice, but I know music theory really well. So that's a little known secret.
Anybody
Well,
want
not
Not anymore.
Anybody
I
want
played the clarinet.
Anybody want to try the chai just by itself?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, you take a sip. I'll take a sip.
It's
You should.
really yummy.
ZK doesn't want. Okay, give to Gila. No, Miriam, I
has-
can share.
Yeah, we're good.
It's really yummy.
I happen to love chai. This is magnificent.
It's
Very
made.
good.
I put some coconut sugar in it. Anybody else? No.
This is non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
Okay, so I'll just leave it here.
This doesn't have coffee.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, this is like it's room temperature, but it's warm.
Yeah, it was.
Isn't it amazing how it's
made it
room
before-
temperature, but it tastes warm because of the flavors?
Yeah.
Right,
it's like
Miriam?
warms you up.
Yeah, it really does.
I
have,
feel
like, a
warm. Like I'm not having a hot drink, but I'm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the flavors, the ginger. There's fresh ginger in it. That's very
That
warming.
is amazing. Okay, so you started with
Music.
in music, and how did you weave your? Do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I play the piano, so I keep a studio of voice students in Crown Heights, and
You live in Crown Heights.
yeah. So when I was actually 8 years old, I had my first bartending job.
Sounds appropriate.
I also, even before that, I made wine. My dad's from France, and we made wine back in Normandy, and so I have a lot of it. You know, and of course, being French, like you're just kind of surrounded by French alcoholics. So it's like, you know, it's like, yes, the wine is fruity, and you know.
Oh, he sounds like Gabe Geller.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Right, you work with
I'm gonna
him.
see him tonight. Yeah.
Oh, where?
We're doing an event with Our Space, I think it's called.
Oh, so cool.
Our Place. I think. Yeah,
What is it?
it's for kids. Yeah,
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So you're serving the kids wine?
I think it's a fundraiser
Yeah, the
for
kids,
That's
all about
more
them
appropriate.
donors.
the donors. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Gabe is a great friend of the network, and he knows his stuff, and he has that accent. Okay, so you moved from music into the wine. How'd you get into wine? So you were talking about
Yeah, I have to tell.
this
the-
kind of wine. You went from French wine to cocktails.
So I started when I was in LA. I started brewing my own beer, Los Angeles Opera, and I started brewing my own beer. When I came to Crown Heights,
Of course you did, yeah.
I heard that people were really into making wine for Pesach. So that's when I made my own wine for Pesach for 6 years.
Wow.
Can you bring some of that in?
I can. 2000, I think from 2005 to 2000, maybe 7 years. So
You sold out? You're taking orders for this year? Pesach's
haven't.
coming up.
2012 was the last. Actually, I do have some. I have some double magnums, and anyway, I'm not in the production. Yeah, it's big. I started working for Royal Wine Corp.
Yay!
doing,
Shout out!
in the in the marketing department, doing wine tastings, and that kind of was exciting, new kind of good job to do on Fridays, and so yeah, so that's why. And people started asking me to bartend, and I was like, yeah, I've been doing it since I was 8. You know, I mean, actually, I
hilarious.
didn't really do it for a long time, but I do. You know, I do have that passion which it requires. So I'm just right now I'm making like another play off of the chai, and I'm using this Ben Edine.
What is that?
This is a new Scotch on the market.
Mm.
It's a Highland Scotch, and I'm just like making like a boozy chai, basically.
A boozy chai.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys get ready for your boozy chai.
Okay, great. Now, I want to talk about bitters and all those other things you've got over there.
Absolutely.
And how do we make a really good Purim drink? And I need a Pesach drink. I need a recipe for a Pesach drink.
I know Pesach drinks are
It's hard, right?
It is like, yeah, somebody wanted me to come up with a menu last year, and I was there are plenty of we have plenty basically just you got to thank you. You got to go to the liquor stores basically right before Pesach. They have a Pesach section. So you got to
Talk to them. Yeah.
Get the vodka, which is kosher LePesach.
You know who makes a really good vodka for Pesach? Come on, what?
Sauvage.
Sauvage. Drink Sauvage. I should have
The
him on the
apple?
show. I'm gonna write that down.
It's an apple-based vodka that actually tastes delicious.
Very good. This Lvov, they have. This is kosher. I think. No, I don't know if this is kosher Lepeza, but they have a beet vodka. The same company.
Oh, is it pink?
No, it's clear. But
Right,
it's
'cause beets are pink.
The first time I had Pesach vodka, it tasted like rubbing alcohol. I was so traumatized.
Maybe it was.
But it
sorry.
really tastes. I bought it at the liquor store, and I paid much more than rubbing alcohol, but it tasted the same.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is the boozy chai.
Okay, boozy chai.
So
Wait,
that's chai with scotch.
With
and
scotch, yeah.
that's
but
it?
didn't we have? Oh, the other one was a White Russian.
You know, this might have been even better hot. You know, if we had a
Oh, I love a hot drink,
yeah,
like in winter,
absolutely.
like an actually hot drink.
So your job is to garnish it.
Okay,
put
Miriam
a-
is going to
Put a
garnish
cinnamon
it with
stick on
her.
there.
Okay. What about star anise? Should I put
Yeah,
one of
both.
those too?
Exactly. Yeah, both.
Okay, Miriam is garnishing it with all the what is these spices she has from
Yeah.
the.
Cardamom,
Looks good.
cardamom seeds.
Okay, you to it.
Yeah, I like that.
This is a good collab. I like this.
I have it in the Brooklyn Brewery glass.
Okay, sorry, I just need to take a picture.
Miriam
before we
is just like
drink it.
zooming in, doing her thing.
Photo op.
Wait,
Alright.
can you take a picture of me holding it? Here, before we
Looking
take a sip.
amazing.
We're having a photo shoot right now with the Nachum Siegel Network in the background.
Hold on.
No dead air.
No dead end, no one. Someone's got to talk. ZK, you talk. No, joke.
Great.
All right, Naomi,
It's a-
smile.
So I'm smiling.
Who wants to have a
Cheese.
Now
martini?
drink.
Now drink, right?
I want a martini.
Okay.
Okay, what actually is a martini? This is delicious beyond words.
So martinis are like
Wow.
they're like really strong, but they're also like they're cold.
Ooh.
And what does it mean? Shaken, not stirred. You know, James Bond always goes, I like a martini too, while it's shaken, not stirred.
That's a great question.
What
That-
is right? Does that make
Because-
sense even?
Well, think about it. Think about it. If he's making a point of saying shaken, let's do the Gemara behind shaken but not stirred. He's saying shaken not stirred because usually they stir them. So everybody thinks you shake a martini. Actually, it's not. You stir it usually.
It's only because of James Bond that people think it's.
You got to get a fancy
Spoon.
and stir it up. We can do that. So we can try this one.
So
Shaken.
James Bond is actually
We
wrong.
can try this one the traditional way. Well, actually, we could see what the difference is.
And what's a dirty martini?
Dirty martini is just a martini with like juice from the olives, like
Uh-huh.
a jar of olives.
Oh,
Oh.
but it has alcohol in there.
Yeah,
So regular
but-
martini just with some olive juice.
Yeah,
That
regular
does not-
martini is with gin and with dry vermouth.
Ah, that's what it is about martini.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just like sometimes you just coat the glass with the vermouth. There's a guy actually in the Five Towns who makes vermouth. Actually, I
Who?
got to get some. Pusateri or something like. He has like an Italian sounding name.
Huh.
But
I live in the Five Towns. I don't
yeah.
know him.
I'll,
We will search him out.
He's great. I'm gonna look at his name up.
Okay, so we
Vermouth.
are going to have a martini here on the set.
Pusateri. Yeah, Avi Pusateri.
Okay, we have to find you, Aviv. I'm coming for you.
Yes, he makes produce. So if you want a martini, you have to have vermouth, but nobody makes any decent kosher vermouth.
Ah.
So he does. They like take the wine and they boil it with different spices. It's kind of like a botanical kind of thing, and also dry gin. It's a very uncommon drink in Jewish circles, but it's kind
Martini.
of gin in general.
I love gin.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say Naomi's drink is gin and tonic.
that's
Everybody
great. Gin and
knows. I
tonic.
always talk about it. Got my adult children into it too.
All right.
And in Perfect Flavors, don't we have a gin and tonic recipe? Which David
variation.
Statman
Yeah.
helped us with that. And you photographed the most beautiful picture.
That was fun.
That was a fun night. That was our boozy night. I think even TJ, my cousin, was there that night helping us.
Yes.
Little TJ was there, but she could not
She didn't drink.
because she was only 8 at the time.
One of the other secrets
Or
behind
9.
making a good martini is you chill the glass.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So you put a little ice in the glass, and just I was trying to get lychees, but I didn't get.
I love lychee. So wait, what are you doing? You're chilling the glass by
chilling the
using
glass.
ice
You're
water.
gonna dump that out.
I'm gonna dump it out.
And Miriam, you like ice water. You
I
can
like
drink
ice
it.
water. I'll
drink
drink
it.
it.
I'll put it in a cup.
Put it in a
for you.
cup.
Miriam walks around my house when we did the photo shoot with ice water all day,
All day.
in
All
a
day,
special
every day.
cup. Where's my ice water? Fill it up, right? Like, and
Every day,
I'm
all
terrible.
So
I
this
never
is
drink. I only drink that.
Morad lychee wine. So they actually,
It's one of my favorite wines on this planet.
yeah,
Yeah. Me
Gershon
too.
has been in that seat where you are sitting on
amazing,
the show.
amazing.
Gershon
I'm
Bodnar.
channeling him right now. I'm
Gershon,
channeling
we
him.
love your wine. Morad Winery, based out of Israel.
Yeah, they have amazing fruit wines. Passion fruit.
Passion fruit is my
pomegranate.
favorite.
Yeah, mine
Of the Morad wines.
And
Passion fruit and the lychee.
they're made.
I don't think I've had the lychee
M-
yet.
Melinda bought me a bottle when I did Perfect for Pesach as a present. She goes, I'm not bringing you champagne, I'm
Can I
bringing you
taste
that.
some plain?
Yeah, of course.
With ice, Cole.
Ooh, yeah, with
Yum.
ice, please.
Sure.
This is fun.
I know, right?
Can we keep going all day?
Yeah, no
Yes.
kidding. We could just like stay here. Like
We could just do a few more shows, like, right? Till we have to
this
get
is,
home.
even though it's called wine, it's a shahakol.
Yes, because
Right.
it's not made with grapes. I learned that.
Okay, made a bracha already.
I'm. Don't forget me.
Oh,
That's
Gila,
good.
Gila, have you hat?
I thought you were having.
Okay. Give her a little bit of everything.
Do you want some?
She has three
Yeah,
little
we need
kids
some
at
for
home.
CK
Give her a
also.
drink.
L'chaim, you're making
Oh,
me
this is
work here.
delicious. Amazing.
Okay. L'chaim, l'chaim.
Do you do like the theatrical part of being a bartender, like, you know, pouring from high and
Well,
all that fun stuff?
I once was in Vegas and I saw them stack a whole bunch of glasses
I
together.
put one. You know, I did the whole bottle on the head technique.
Like from Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, but the bottle spilled all over the floor,
That wasn't good.
and the Hasidim were like dancing in a circle and like flying on their backs. You know, so
That was that.
it was yeah.
So you didn't do that again?
I'm not doing that much anymore.
You know, I was in the production of Fiddler on the Roof when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
and they put the Velcro on the.
oh,
It's Velcroed
That's
in.
cheating.
Yeah, whatever. It's on Broadway. Can't have it fall off. Well, I wasn't on Broadway in Australia. It was at the local community centre. You know, they just had Fiddler on the Roof here in Yiddish.
Yeah.
I went to see
Yeah.
it.
If I were a rich man.
Come on, next line. Da 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 da. Go on.
So entertaining.
All day long I diddle diddle dum. If I were a wealthy man.
No, I've got to change songs. L'chaim.
To life, to life, to life, l'chaim, 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 to life. May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Drink l'chaim to life.
That was
That
amazing.
was awesome.
That was amazing. That was great. You have a beautiful voice.
So yeah, this would be perfectly garnished with a few lychees on top, but I couldn't find the kosher ones. So
Lychees.
yeah, they come in a can, but
Well, we're in Chinatown. They have fresh lychees here all the time.
okay, let's
Miriam,
give
have you
this
ever
a
walked
shot.
up to Chinatown here?
So somebody
Should go.
claimed ice water.
Okay, go, give it to Miriam.
There you go. L'chaim.
Now I have the next line in my head of L'chaim. The laser wolf, the title.
Yeah.
Know what-
Call Isha warning.
Yeah, right, right.
So
They're used to me going crazy over here.
a
my
martini,
show.
Martini is not supposed to be on the rocks. It's supposed to be in a glass with just the drink, basically.
Wait, so how come you didn't bring a martini glass?
You know, my grandfather used to drink martinis in this glass, so
We're going to do
So
Masorah
Tia-
of his family.
Exactly.
To you, that's martini glass. Got it.
I mean, this is all I have in the house.
What
I
does a martini glass actually do that this glass doesn't do?
don't-
that is, by the way, the coolest garnish.
check
Do you
out
see
this
this?
garnish.
Okay, did you do that?
I just feel bad for anyone who's only listening and not watching. Like,
Yeah.
you have to go watch.
Guys,
this
go
is
tune.
a very visual
You're
show.
listening today. You're listening today, but go
Okay.
watch the Nachum Siegel Network YouTube channel.
Get some pictures of that one.
Wait,
So-
can we just talk about how did you do that garnish?
Well,
Can you do it
I
on?
can't- I can do it again, but I can't explain it. It's like
Okay, so everyone can
explanation.
watch and I can describe. Basically, if you are watching and not listening right now, he's turned a lime slice into looks like a sun with rays coming out. It's
Yeah.
Or, Naomi, I'll send you the pictures. You'll post them on Instagram so
okay.
people can go,
Here, do
go
this
see.
that way like this, and then I'll post this
Post
on
your
Instagram
stories.
nice.
when the show airs that week. This is really.
I
I
gotta
look
get.
okay.
I gotta get these pictures.
Okay,
I'll send them to you. Don't
we're
worry.
gonna send them to you. Because we're all best friends now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I drinks.
You
bring
give me
people
you give me cocktails. I'm your best friend.
So this is
I
an
didn't taste it
actual
yet.
real martini, right?
Yeah.
I
mean,
actually
you
thought
get
I
the
did not
lychee.
like martinis, and this is lovely.
You get the lychee.
Oh, this is a lychee martini.
You get the flavor though.
Oh, hold on. I got to try it again.
You're losing your garnish.
I
though.
get it. I mean,
Careful.
It's delicious. That's really good. It has a little hint of.
and you got to be careful. It's smooth, but it's almost pure vodka. So.
Uh-oh. Which one of us is
Use
going to
vodka,
drive
not
home?
gin.
Give me that bread. I'm going to have
Vodka,
to
yeah.
eat.
I gotta find a 740.
Very good.
Vodka's a little bit more plain and clean. But the gin also has a clean flavor, but it's more botanical and different herbs and things. All right, so next.
That was great. But wait, are you going to show us how to do the lime, or are you going to make another cocktail?
Yeah. I need the cutting board. Are we done with the?
Oh yeah, I'm done
Photo,
with it.
photo shoot over there.
You can see.
Yeah, we should get a little. Can you you want to make a video with your phone?
Sure.
Okay.
sure.
So what we're going to do is, Miriam's going to capture that. So I'm going to describe to you what's going on here in the studio. We have
I'm going to do a time lapse
David
video.
Babinet.
Key limes.
Hence the French. That's how I pronounce your name, because you're French.
Oui, madame.
Okay, he's going to
Merci.
show us with Miriam how to garnish a cocktail using a lime. So why don't you talk? Can you talk? He's slicing a lime in half
Yes, but
and taking
actually,
out a slice.
A little less than half, more like
it's
a
a little less
third.
than slap because I'm making like a little band across the middle,
Okay, so he's taking out like a
quarter
quarter
inch.
of an inch
It
slice.
It works
okay?
a little better with like a big lime.
Okay.
Not
Well,
a key,
limes aren't always so big, any case.
well, they're bigger. These are key limes, so these are like mini.
Oh, key lime. Key lime pie.
Yes.
So he is now.
Yeah, suddenly I'm really in the mood for key lime pie.
Yeah, I don't know where to
The
get
seeds
that from.
don't make it look any better.
So he's taking out the seeds. He's not supreming it, but he's just
Just like-
Cutting
taking out
along the
seeds.
membranes, right?
No, I'm just kind of cutting in a towards like the way you cut a grapefruit.
Oh, like
along the
like a
membrane.
yeah, like each
Yeah.
segment is getting a little split
Now
between.
watch the magic. Like
Okay.
let's prepare this.
Oh, this is a lot of fun.
Okay, so
And I'm
then-
videoing this, so
Okay,
Naomi
maybe we
That's
can
all.
upload
and I
it
will post it on our.
on
So
our-
now he's turning it inside out.
Exactly. Inside
So that's
out.
the-
flipping it around. So the rind is in the middle,
Yeah.
and the citrus flesh is
Yes.
on the outside.
And
Okay.
because of the way he cut it,
Miriam, you take. Okay, we're gonna.
I'm videoing it.
Can we? We have to practice this at home.
Oh my god, did I not press start?
I don't know.
I might not have been videoing.
Do it all over again now.
No, I was.
Yeah,
I was.
You had it? Okay.
I think.
So that's it basically.
it's on time lapse.
And then
Okay, so we can use the big side here. This has a,
And then you just pop the.
like stretch it around here.
and then you cut a little slit so it would stay
That
on the
is
glass.
amazing. So then he took the remaining half a piece and then just popped it through the middle,
yeah.
and then the outside flesh. This is.
That is
you're
very
right.
cool. I
This
cannot
is
wait to do this.
complicated. I just.
And then you make a slit in the side.
And then that goes right there on the glass.
Yes.
Nice.
Look at that.
Wow, so pretty. Where did you make the slit?
Like just in the back.
In the. Okay, amazing, Miriam. You know we're going to practice it at home tonight. I have a
Little
lot.
mouth.
We can do this with a lemon, right?
I think so. I don't see why not. I think maybe an orange.
You know I'm going to try that at home. Okay, amazing.
All right, let's make the next drink.
Can we make something that would inspire us for prom? Like, what would you drink as? Like, the show is airing at it's round about Tu B'Shvat time.
Okay.
Not
We're-
Tu B'Shvat.
We're gonna make
Tu B'Shvat.
we're gonna make an old fashioned.
Ooh, what's
Okay,
in
what
that
is an
jar?
old fashioned?
So an old fashioned is sugar. Usually it's white sugar. So
That is not white sugar though.
this is coconut
sh-
sugar.
Oh.
So I'm gonna
okay.
put like 3 spoonfuls. I mean that's like sweeter.
What is that?
Coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar, organic.
Cool.
And these are Angostura bitters.
What are
We have-
bitters?
They're just like a concoction that's really bitter. I don't know. I mean, I never went to like a, but I'm probably
Miriam, what are bitters? You must.
So they're like a flavor enhancer for cocktails.
You see,
not
like
sure if
lemon,
I
lime,
can-
and bitters is a drink, and it's delicious.
So there's like the regular
So they have
bitters.
the regular bitters
And
and,
it's
then
not
there's orange
alcoholic.
bitters, right?
Yeah, I'm using orange bitters.
Bitters are not
There's a
alcoholic.
little bit of alcohol just for preserving.
But I don't think like it's enough that you have to be like over 21 to buy it, right?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
like I bought it on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to. OU,
So how many drops? Like a few drops of each.
a few.
So I only have the regular bitters. I don't have these. What's this? The orange.
And then we're gonna use this
Orange. Wait, how many?
I'm just gonna smell that.
You can smell it. It's very
Ooh.
citrusy.
Can I have a look?
It smells so
Can I have a
good.
smell?
You can squirt a little bit on your hand. I mean, it's
Amazing. Can you smell that?
I have to buy that one. I only have the regular one.
Yeah.
Wow, that smell. Where did you buy that?
Yeah, this is much stronger.
I got it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's
And,
on Amazon.
We got Boondocks American whiskey.
Okay.
So that's you could use a bourbon or a whiskey. You know the difference between whiskey and bourbon?
I would like you to
One
tell
is,
us.
one is from Kentucky and one's not.
Something like that.
I'm going to.
My father would be ashamed if I wouldn't know that answer.
Right, I knew you would say that because Miriam has a lot of recipes with bourbon, and she helped me write one of my recipes with bourbon for one of my steaks.
Which one is
The bourbon
right.
steak.
I'm gonna put 3 ounces.
Maple
My
bourbon
father
steak.
my father is quite the
Miriam's-
bourbon aficionado.
Miriam, I'm going to Cincinnati for Jewish Book
Okay.
Council, and that's near Kentucky. So
Okay.
I want to go with Svi to go try bourbon in Kentucky. Like a
Do they have like more bourbon in Kentucky?
yeah, Kentucky bourbon.
Well, yeah. So
There's like a whole-
I believe
yeah.
I could be wrong, but I believe that in order for it to be bourbon, it has to be it's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. That's like it has
Right.
to be like in order for it to be called Scotch, it has to be made in Scotland.
Scotland. So
Like
this
you
is
could like in
yeah, so it's-
Japan, they make
so that-
something that's similar to Scotch, but it can't be called Scotch. It's Japanese whiskey. It tastes like Scotch. Apparently, I've never had it.
right. So no,
but it
but
can't
this
be
is
called
Kentucky
Scotch.
bourbon in from Kentucky.
Right. Right.
Like people think, oh, you're going to drink, but I really
So
want
you're
to
gonna go to like a distillery or
Yeah.
whatever. So
But
you
I'm
know,
not-
there's also they distill whatever the word is in upstate New York. They make like rye whiskey. There are some places in upstate New York that my parents have gone to, and
So you know where I was in Japan with Miriam Schreiber's Kosher Legacy Tours, and we went to a sake factory.
oh, that's cool.
That was so cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
Wait, so what's in here?
So I just put 3 ounces of this Boondocks American whiskey,
Okay.
and I sort of diluted the sugar bitters mixture with the liquor, and then I added ice, and then I just topped it off with some water.
Very cool. What's this called?
This is called an old fashioned.
What's a traditional old fashioned?
It would just be with white sugar, a sugar
Okay.
cube actually they use.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because they just squirt the bitters on the sugar cube, and I don't know. It's
That's
part
what a
of,
real old fashioned
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Traditional.
Wait, and then is it garnished with a maraschino cherry? Am I
I think
making
so.
that up?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, well, he's doing it.
Oh,
Look,
that's
out
good.
comes a
Awesome.
Masciano cherry.
that's
Is that how they say it in Australia, or are you just saying it wrong?
I could be saying it wrong, but then I like Suez makes fun of
I'm
me.
gonna
Goes,
put a few of those.
you're probably
in.
saying it wrong, but using your guise as you're Australian.
Right.
But
No, nobody knows when you say something wrong. They're just like, oh, that's the Australian
She has
way
an
to say
accent.
it.
She can say whatever she wants. Can we just talk about those tweezers? Bring those back here.
Yeah, wait, why
yeah.
don't I have any of those?
Hello.
Here, just like don't tip over the.
Oh, this is fun.
Those are like garnishing tweezers. They use them in.
Miriam, I'm
chefs
going to
use
buy
them.
you a pair.
Yeah, but I
Chefs
have
use
like,
them all the
I just
time
use
for-
regular tweezers that you're
I don't
meant
want
to
them
use
to
for
get melted,
eyebrows,
though.
but I don't, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're
I,
great for
I
eyebrows.
keep them separate, obviously.
This is
I've
amazing.
never seen such
I
big
love
ones.
this. Metal chops. Ooh.
Yeah, okay, so wait, where do we buy these?
Bartending. Oh, actually, maybe-
Amazon.
yeah, Amazon.
Big tweezers.
I don't even know if they were bartending tweezers. There might have been like medical tweezers or something. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I use like eyebrow tweezers, but I just keep them separate.
You have a
That's what I use for
gigantic ones like
garnishing.
that
No, they're regular ones. I didn't know
Like,
they
these
make
are
such
great
big ones.
for like putting, garnishing
Yeah,
a plate.
no, I need
you
to
know.
have some.
I've seen them using them
I'm
in
gonna shop.
restaurants. We need a little straw. And we can.
That is super cool.
just
Gil, have
put
you
it-
had everything? Okay.
I'm putting 4 straws. So you guys can.
Oh, that is so funny.
you guys can. All
Sharing
have your
is
own straw.
caring. Okay.
Okay, I go first? Or?
So what? Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
What would you recommend for a Purim drink? I mean,
Oh
a
gosh,
couple
it
weeks
just
ago.
it really depends, like what
This
the
is
crowd
very
is,
good.
Yeah, because we're in the 5 towns. I don't know, just like I'm not a big like fancy like mixologist. I mean, I'm more into like fun drinks.
Right,
So
Like me.
that's what we want.
I have some strawberry daiquiri.
I've been to some restaurants. I went to a restaurant in LA called Mami. I want to say Mamila, but it could
Ooh,
be
I
wrong.
found it on Amazon.
Have a look.
Yeah,
Boom.
long tweezers with precision serrated tips for surgical cooking. Okay, I think that's
You
it.
can do surgery, replace a cornea, or pluck a chicken.
I'd rather
share it with my-
pluck the chicken. Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
can I
gonna
just
order
comment
those.
about this drink?
Yeah.
It's probably the only way I've ever tasted whiskey. Like,
Yeah. What do you
Mhm.
think of it?
it's really good.
So
Wait, so what's this?
this is just some homemade strawberry daiquiri mix. Strawberry
What
daiquiris.
what'd you mix it into?
I didn't put
Vodka?
any liquor in
Oh.
it.
Miriam's very happy. Now the alcohol's going out, she's very happy. Ooh,
Always.
fun!
Couple ounces of.
So now we're gonna stir that, or
We're gonna do something like that. Yeah, stir it. This would be a good one for the sunshine lime here.
oh yeah. Ooh,
Oh, that
that's
is
nice.
so pretty.
Yeah, a little stirring action. Yeah, strawberry.
You don't want to put some fresh lime juice in?
fresh
Yeah, I
lime
knew
juice.
you would think that.
Do I want to? I can if it'll make you happy.
No, but we want how you think we should have it.
It'll definitely. I mean, what?
Because the mix is probably not
it's homemade
so.
mix. It's pretty.
Oh,
it's
you
pretty
made
sophisticated.
it.
He made it, Mir.
Oh, I thought that was like store bought.
No, no,
Now,
no. I
cuss
don't-
for Shalom, this
Okay.
guy.
You said something about that. I heard you talking about using sauces. I don't like doing that. I like.
So
I like
what's
making-
in the homemade mix?
So it's a bit of
Yeah.
a concoction.
You're liking this.
But the easiest way is just strawberry puree. Just get some frozen strawberries, water, and sugar, and some citrus.
wow.
Some gives it a. that-
Miriam,
Okay, because I thought this was coming from a bottle, and I'm like,
new blog
I'm not
post
so
coming
excited.
up.
But yeah, this
Yeah.
is exciting.
Now I knew everything that David's going to do is going to be incredible.
Yeah,
Okay,
that-
guys, we've got
Awesome.
4 minutes left. 3
Oh,
minutes left.
That's
Time
enough
for-
time to make a couple more cocktails.
Make them fast. Make them fast.
Was I going to make another one?
No. We don't. We're out of time. We'll drink
Yeah.
off camera. We'll drink
This
off
was an
camera.
extra. This was bonus.
This
This
is
is bonus
good.
round.
Guys, if actually David is available for hire for
Oh, yeah.
for events, for cocktails and singing, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm going to book you for my wedding whenever that happens.
Awesome.
Amen.
I'll
Amen.
be there.
Okay, there you go. Take that. He can't even come.
B'shat tova mitzlachas.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so can we just
This has
talk
been
about
so fun.
this? Is an amazing show. David, you can contact David through his Instagram,
Yeah.
which is
Babinetd. Babined. That's it.
or you can find me and I can put you in touch with David. And
I know. I've been advised to make it more simple.
yeah,
sounding.
like let's take a poll from my viewers. What should his Instagram name be? I'm thinking like the boozy bartender, the musical bartender, something.
So I have another Instagram account. It's called L'chaim Tastings, but I don't really know. I'm like not very savvy at doing multiple accounts
So
simultaneously.
you've got the two, we'll help you. You
Yeah,
give
we're
us
gonna have
drinks,
to-
we'll payments and alcohol. Fantastic.
L'chaim Tastings. That's easier, right?
Okay, or email.
Yeah. Babined at Yahoo.
Okay, you can find him, or I can
Yeah.
connect you with him. Miriam Pascal, her book is on Amazon. Well, right now, where is it available? As it goes into reprint.
No, it's
on
they don't wait till they sell out. They reprint when they have
hit a
a
certain
little
number.
bit. Yeah, they have just enough left to get them through till the reprint comes
Okay,
in.
so
It is still available on Amazon, on artschool.com, any Jewish bookstore.
Judaica Plus in the Five Towns. I always give them a shout out because they've been so nice to me and very supportive. Like all the Jewish bookstores have been amazing, and they have to compete with us selling them privately and
Right.
with Art Scroll. So really everyone support your local Judaica store. It's really important. Keeps them in business. Keeps us happy when we need what we need from the Sfarim
Exactly.
store. Keeps them around. CK, another great show. Yeah, this time we got to concentrate as we sign off because we've had a little drink.
Yes.
People are going to
having a
go.
good
My friends
time.
are like, Naomi, we listened to your show this week and you seemed a little bit buzzy. I'm like, maybe because I was.
I take
No.
full credit for that.
As we joke, but not really. Everybody knows I'm super hyper. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another great show. We're going to be on hiatus next week, but we've got a lot more coming at you in the next couple of weeks as we do prepare for the Purim and Pesach season. Can you believe I said that? The P words are coming up fast. CK just winced as I screeched. Okay, want to wish everyone a good Shabbos. We have music sponsored by our friends at Kedem, right up until Lich Benching. And yes, I did have to concentrate while I said that. Shabbat Shalom for everyone, and L'chaim!
To
Chaim.
life, l'chaim, 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 to life.